Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game where fun and healthy interaction is the #1 priority. Just kidding, the whole point is to make them cry and contemplate toaster bath. Words taken out of context. Alright, so granted you win game 1, what are the best cards to side in going first in order to ensure quick victory? My man, you don't even need the answer for that because I did the homework for you. But before spoiling the sauce, I kinda need one favor from you. See the like and subscribe button? Please destroy them for me. I love you. Alright, so first things first, the Saki and skillful one-of appointer of the Red Lotus is just as good as ever. It's one of the only cards that can snipe out Lava Golem in Sphere mode, so you really want to play it in case you're scared of those cards. And this card is actually really nasty in Kashtira. If you have a Rise Art and use a pointer of the Red Lotus, your opponent's card is not really getting banished temporarily, but rather permanently because the Rise Art can actually attach it underneath. That's nasty. And if you're a big fan of making people cry and salty, how about siding Anti-Spell Fragrance? A lot of decks need a lot of spell cards to function, so if you use Anti-Spell, you're kind of shutting down a lot of their options. Anti-Spell is game against Despia, game against Runic, pretty much game against Kashtira, it's just insane. Oh, and it also protects you from the triple tactic cards and Dark Ruler. But it doesn't protect you from Book of Eclipse and Evenly Matched. You win some, you lose some. Now, what if you're still stuck in 2022 and can't fathom the existence of other decks outside of Despia and Sword Soul? Worry not, my man, you can still play Dimensional Barrier in order to call Fusion against Despia and call Synchro against Sword Soul. What, you're gonna call Ritual or something? I mean, I would. But yeah, they genuinely can't do jack shit in front of D-Barrier because their deck kind of doesn't really do anything else outside of Fusion or Synchro Summon. Oh, and I'd love to say that Artifact Sanctum was still good, but Scythe got banned, so it's ass. But it's fine, we have D-Bearer for extra deck, and we also have Magic Defector as a lingering card against quick play spell cards. And also, I guess, against field spells and other kind of spell cards. Just not normal spell cards, unfortunately, like kind of the best ones. But yeah, imagine resolving Magic Deflector against Runic, they're gonna be crying really bad. Anyways, the Dark Bearer statue is really nasty, especially in decks like Labyrinth, because you can easily access it by foolishing it and then revive it back, either with Muckraker from the Underworld, or with whatever, like your field spell, for example, because it is a fiend monster. And it's a dark attribute, so no monsters outside of dark attribute can be special summoned, which obviously does not hurt you if you're playing Labyrinth or even Tearlaments. And against Kashtira, it's pretty much game because they do not main deck any dark attribute monsters. And I guess I could say the same thing about End of Anubis. It's really good against combo decks, and it can easily be summoned in Sprite thanks to Mannequin Cat. Now, you already know this, but the good old continuous trap card Floodgates are still just as good as ever. Specifically, Goes in Match and There Can Only Be One, because Kashtira are all psychic monsters with different attributes. And these Floodgates are also really good against Sword Soul, and in a way, kind of Despia and other decks too. But yeah, even Summon Limit is pretty insane against most decks. Like against Sword Soul, they're only really going to be summoning a monster and then a token and then pass turn. Against Despia, they can still kind of play just a little bit, but not too much. And against Kashtira, it really depends on the timing. Now, everyone knows this, but Ibli is a huge one. You can give an Ibli to your opponent to protect yourself from Evenly, Imperm, and Nibiru, so it's really cool. And if they don't really have an out to Ibli, their whole engine is completely dead, so they just lose on the spot. And if you just want to make Despia cry, why not play non-fusion area? The effect is so obvious, I'm just gonna skip that one. Now for a more recent card, let's talk about Gravekeeper's Inscription. It used to be insane against Tearlaments, but that deck is already dead, so I mean, who cares, right? It's still pretty decent against other decks, so definitely keep your eye on that card, and it could be good in Sprite. The list goes on, but honestly, you don't really need billions of cards to win when you're going first. All you really need is one of these cards, and you're pretty much good to go. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. Guys, let me know, what do you think are the best blowouts to side in going first on game 2 and 3? Let me know your thoughts about these cards in the comment section below, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.